Titan Golden Wheel. Kill, kill, kill. Xiao sat quietly on top of the Golden Wheel Titan giant, as if they were extremely close companions, constantly watching over him. Thanks to Xiao's assistance, even though the Golden Wheel Titan giant was far weaker than Lacey, it had never been defeated throughout the battle. The endless golden light of the Golden Wheel blazed forth, showcasing the Titan giant's divine might with undeniable brilliance. Boom, boom, boom. High in the sky, for angelic purple wings behind Lacey radiated an unparalleled golden glow. Each time they collided with the Titan giant's overwhelming power, waves of dazzling energy ripples spread out. Big brother Xiao, do you have any ideas? Below, Xun'er tightly clenched her soft pink fists. In this moment, there was no other option but to place her hope in Xiao. Demonic Xiao didn't speak. He silently observed the fierce battle between the two. The Golden Wheel Titan giant and Lacey were locked in a battle of equals, but no matter how terrifying the destructive force unleashed by the Titan giant was, it would always be easily deflected by the four angelic purple wings, unable to cause any real harm to the angelic body. The power of the four purple angel wings, combined with Lacey's single reincarnation level strength, made it seem as though Lacey had reached an undefeatable state. Xiao, I'm afraid this matter can only be left to you now. Beside them, Yao Wanyuan's eyes narrowed sharply as he said in a serious tone, Big brother Xiao, I can lend you the sacred flame. With so many sacred flames fused together, this might be our last chance. Xun'er also spoke, her voice tinged with urgency. The Golden Wheel Titan giant was unable to confront Lacey directly, so it was up to the two temporary single reincarnation experts, Xun'er and Yao Wanyuan, to intervene. We can't win. Lacey's strength is comparable to that of a double reincarnation expert. Even if we fuse the sacred flames, we won't be able to shake him. Although the sacred flame is incredibly powerful, its effectiveness depends greatly on the user. If we could fuse it with your physical strength, I would be confident in eradicating Lacey. Unfortunately, there's no time left. Xiao shook his head. Ever since Xiao appeared, Xiao had been thinking of a way to break the deadlock. While sacred flame fusion was powerful, Xiao knew that while the existence of reincarnation was invincible, Lacey was a genuine single reincarnation expert. With the addition of the angel wings, the terrifying combat power of a double reincarnation expert, unless Xiao had reached the perfect 8-star Dosien, sacred flame fusion wouldn't have any effect on him. But in that case, we'll all be left here forever. Hun Suzi and the others frowned. At their current strength, late 8-star Dosien, if they intervened in the reincarnation battle, they would probably be dismembered instantly. We'll have to try. Xun'er, senior experts, please buy me 3 minutes. Xiao couldn't afford to waste any more time. He suddenly rose, and his entire body radiated with dark green demonic energy, rising like steam, surrounding him in an extremely sinister aura. Immediately, the product of the sacred flame fusion within Xiao body also began to stir. Everyone saw two energies slowly stirring within Xiao body. A dark green demonic aura and a holy amber flame, both swirling with restless energy. The two auras, both righteous and evil, stood in opposition, and as they emerged from Xiao body, the demonic power on his body erupted with intense fluctuations. The demonic power and the sacred flame power seemed to be in resistance, each unwilling to submit to the other. These two powers were extreme and hostile to one another. If they couldn't find a way to merge, Xiao would likely be destroyed completely. Sacred flame and demonic power fusion? Big brother Xiao, have you lost your mind? Seeing this, Xun'er's beautiful face showed clear anger as she shouted, Trust me. Xiao nodded calmly and spoke to Xun'er, but the madness in his eyes was something everyone could clearly feel. There was a murderous aura in his bones. If this extreme power could be fused successfully, it could potentially turn the tide of the battle. However, if it failed, Lacey wouldn't even need to act. The demonic Xiao would completely disappear from the Great Thousand Worlds. The demonic and sacred flame powers were too extreme and fierce. Even immortal strength might not be able to withstand such a level of force. Xiao Yin truly has great righteousness. Since Xiao Yin brother is so righteous, none of us should be afraid of death. Charge. Fight the holy sea to the end. Looking at the space cracks appearing around Xiao Yin, the heads of many factions were stirred. A long-lost surge of hot-bloodedness swept through them, and they eagerly rolled up their sleeves, preparing for battle. Everyone, our lives and deaths depend on this moment. Yao Wanyuan didn't say more, coldly leaving a sentence for the many powerful figures behind him. With a sudden leap, he joined forces with the ancient race experts and charged fiercely toward Lacey. A mob, no matter how many they are, can never change the outcome of your defeat. The angel's wings flapped, once again blocking the attack of the golden wheel Titan giant. Lacey laughed and spoke. Since these foolish humans are so arrogant, he would follow the will of the angels and join in the destruction of the demons, wiping them all out in one fell swoop. Your Excellency, the demon Xiao Yin carries a mysterious and unpredictable power. Please, Your Excellency, take action swiftly to eliminate him. Otherwise, the longer this drags on, the more troublesome it becomes. Looking at the intense, hot, and sinister aura surrounding Xiao Yin, Austin and the others couldn't help but feel uneasy. They had fought Xiao Yin before and knew very well how extraordinary his talents were. Not to mention, he also possessed sacred flames and other divine items. They were deeply fearful of what trouble might unfold. I know. Lacey's voice echoed as the angel's wings behind him shimmered again. Purple divine light radiated from the wings, shooting toward the powerful figures below. The purple light, like a shower of stars, slowly fell from the sky, cascading from Lacey's wings and gently watering the land beneath the Yao clan's realm. The majestic scene was like the breaking of a starry river, with countless starlights roaring and a tremendous aura that was terrifying to behold. Roar! Sensing the ultimate divine fluctuation, the golden wheel Titan giant threw his head back and roared. The golden wheel behind him suddenly detached and rose rapidly, transforming into a blazing golden sun that carried the supreme divine power of the Titan giant, hurtling toward Lacey. Whoosh! Thud! A series of energy ripples appeared, and countless space rifts were forcefully created in the place where the two forces collided. The Yao clan's realm was instantly torn apart, leaving it barren and ravaged. As the golden sun and purple starlight collided, explosions erupted in a continuous barrage, causing the entire Yao clan realm to shake violently, as if it might shatter at any moment. Heh, now let's see how you handle this. Finally, after a brief standoff, the angel's starlight shattered completely. The golden sun pierced through the layers of defense and shot straight at Lacey in the sky. Yao Shigui's sacred soul surged, and he roared. I never expected it to be the orphan of that old bastard, Yao Qingui. Lacey looked at Yao Shigui, whose sacred soul light was shining brightly, and sneered. The fluctuations of the sacred soul were familiar to him, even in its broken state. Crack! The golden sun passed through the sky effortlessly, breaking through countless layers of defense and coming before Lacey. A terrifying force that could overwhelm their understanding hung above, seemingly ready to obliterate him entirely. But, with this broken sacred soul, it is useless against me. Lacey raised his palm, which was bathed in a milky white liquid, and reached out sharply, probing toward the golden sun. Whoosh! With that, the golden sun did not explode with any violent energy. Instead, under Lacey's actions, its size rapidly shrank, and streams of power began to flow up Lacey's arm, directly gathering into his body. This bastard! Watching this, Yao Shigui's youthful face twisted with a crazed snarl. Even though he had awakened the sacred soul and summoned the true leader of the Titan Giant clan, the Golden Wheel Titan Giant, he couldn't obliterate Lacey, the cardinal in red of the Holy See. The Yao clan had been ravaged by them in the past, and now the enemy stood before him. But he was powerless? Was he really going to watch the Yao clan's destruction unfold? If that happened, how could he face his father? His parents were still imprisoned within the Holy See. Boom! Just as Yao Shigui's despairing emotions surged, Lacey showed no mercy. His body moved like a ghost, his angel wings flapping behind him, forming an incredibly sharp feathered sword in the sky, growing more intense by the moment. A purple energy storm slowly gathered in front of Lacey, forming a dazzling purple sword blade that emitted chilling glints, causing all other forces in the world to fade in comparison. Moments later, Lacey raised his hands high, controlling this supreme, terrifying power, and directed it toward Xiao to exterminate him. Roar! It seemed the Golden Wheel Titan giant had sensed the danger. It quickly raised its hands, protecting Xiao with its massive form. Crack! Drops of fresh red blood fell from the Titan giant's arm, hitting the ground and causing the earth to stir restlessly. Jinluan, are you all right? Xiao hurriedly released his sacred soul power to nourish the Golden Wheel Titan giant, his voice shaking. Fall. Seeing the Golden Wheel Titan giant's divine power exhausted, Lacey once again gathered a purple angel sword, aiming to strike it down in one blow. Anus. Power of 9 mysteries. Phantom of myriad medicines. In this critical moment, Xun'er and the others appeared together, creating a scene with nearly 10,000 people, making this already broken world even more fractured. Your Excellency, they are stalling for time. Be careful of the demon Xiao. Austity roared weakly, his voice full of desperation. He and Hill could only quietly guard the unconscious Lu Hao, with no strength left to do anything else. Is this your final reliance? Lacey, like a victor proclaiming his victory, paid no attention to Austity's words. Instead, he looked down arrogantly at the people around him. There were many of them, but most were at the 7-star Docian level. The 8-star Docian were few, and only 2 were at the first stage of reincarnation. But none of that mattered anymore. Under his current power, they only had one fate. That was to fall, both their forms and spirits obliterated. This was the only end for those who defied the angels of the Holy See. The Do-Di continent has been quiet for so long that it seems you've forgotten the supreme power of our Holy See. Today, I'll remind you of the terror once ruled by our Holy See angels. Lacey mocked confidently, giving these people no chance to counter. Just as Brother Xiao said, the Holy See angels are nothing but self-proclaimed angels, yet they are mere puppets with dirty souls. Xun'er stepped forward, 9 golden crows and a faint phoenix soul shadow quietly coiling behind her delicate figure. The fluctuation of the reincarnation seal caused a dazzling radiance, resembling a goddess with extraordinary celestial grace. Holy See, your good days are over. This time, the victors will still be our ancient 8 clans. You, the Holy See, are but outsiders. It's time for you to leave. Yao Wanyuan, along with Xun'er, moved in unison, flanking Lacey from both sides. Boundless vitality surged around them, like an immortal warrior who would never fall. Don't worry. After you die, our Holy See will bring your race, including your so-called Grand Elders, to the afterlife together. The ancient races? They're just a joke? Lacey laughed. As his laughter faded, 4 purple angel wings suddenly detached from his body and began to form a terrifyingly beautiful attack in the skies above the Yao clan's realm. Forbidden. Forbidden technique. Attack. We mustn't let him cast the forbidden technique. If he does, not only will our realm be destroyed, but all the powerful beings present will perish as well. With a roar, Yao Wanyuan and Xun'er charged forward, unleashing an endless wave of reincarnation power that rippled through the heavens. But no matter how intense their waves were, once they struck Lacey, they were completely absorbed by the 4 purple angel wings. Demonic power. Sacred flame power. Please, answer my call. From a distance, Xiao body finally returned to normal, but now, the dark green demonic power and amber sacred flame power swirled within him like 2 mischievous children, colliding everywhere in his body, unable to fuse properly. Flame mantra. Demonic cube. With another cold grunt, the demonic cube and flame mantra resonated with one another in some special way, causing the clan symbol on Xiao forehead to uncontrollably surge outward. Hum. With the power of the 3 combined, the dark green demonic power and amber sacred flame power suddenly quieted, and the clan symbol on Xiao Yan's forehead erupted again, emitting a faint pillar of light. The pillar slowly enveloped Xiao Yan's entire body, shielding him from the residual shockwaves of the purple angel sword. Fuse now. After enduring numerous trials, Xiao Yan's hands were now holding both the sacred flame fire, formed from the fusion of many holy flames, a terrifying fire ranked among the top 15 sacred flames, the amber rock soul flame, and the evil demonic power, as though it had just been released from the wicked Pandora's box. The holy flame and demonic power began to merge slowly in Xiao Yan's hands. He gritted his teeth, enduring all the torment as he grimly spoke. However, although the light pillar was only a few meters tall, every time the power of the devil's force and sacred flame on Xiao Yan's hands neared each other, his soul felt like countless tiny needles piercing into his brain, causing immense pain. His blood seemed to freeze, and it felt as though he might collapse completely at any moment due to the imbalance between the two forces. His bones hummed, and drops of dark green devil's force leaked from the corners of his mouth, eyes, even his ears and limbs, radiating an endless, chilling evil. Under this strange energy, the sacred flame also appeared, emanating an aura of solemnity and divinity. Despite the immense difficulty, neither the devil's force nor the sacred flame shrank back. Under Xiao Yan's frenzied, fearless expression, their fusion accelerated significantly. Boom, boom, boom. The battle in the sky continued, with flames of war raging like an unprecedented battlefield. Countless furious roars accompanied by the overwhelming scent of blood spread through the air. Thud, thud, thud. The devil Xiao Yan was protected by the clan's light halo, temporarily shielded from the effects of any power. However, Xiao Yan's bones hummed, and the two vastly different forces in his hands were pulling closer to his chest. Only Xiao Yan himself knew that this fusion was far more intense than when he fought against Mei Kar. The power and the crisis facing him this time were far more dire and heavy. Am I going to die? But there's still so much left undone. I've worked so hard for so long, and I'm just one step away from success. How can I fall now? Undying, immortal. As long as my will remains, I will endure forever. Bring me back to life. A fierce roar, vast and mighty, erupted from Xiao Yan's body, who had just regained consciousness. In his hands, the two opposing forces were now only an inch away from complete fusion. Holy Sea, let me show you what true power is. Without caring about the numerous wounds on his body, Xiao Yan's body rose slightly. The halo from the clan's seal on his forehead flickered, and his hands clenched tightly. The devil's force and sacred flame began to merge. Crack! Thud! As his hands met, the dark green devil's force and amber-colored flames suddenly expanded. Countless energy ripples spread out, like a volcano on the verge of eruption, releasing an overwhelming mix of evil and holiness. The devil's force carried numerous powers, pouring out like rain, bringing deep guilt and regret to countless hearts. Selfishness, greed, fear of death. Various emotions from the devil's force surged, stirring the long-suppressed feelings in the hearts of many powerful figures, sending a chilling aura through the entire realm of the Yao clan. On the other side, the amber flames instantly covered the emotions released by the devil's force, manifesting a variety of emotions. At this moment, the devil's force and sacred flame in Xiao Yan's hands were finally merging, but the skin on his hands was quickly evaporating, creating a terrifying sight that made anyone who looked at it shudder. Amidst the overwhelming energy and the aura of death, Xiao Yan showed no sign of fear. A faint energy sphere appeared in front of his chest. What is this? What power is this? Seeing this scene, countless powerful figures were stunned. Although they were leaders of major forces on the Doyun continent, they had never seen such a power from Xiao Yan. Was this the power of a forbidden technique? Could he have created his own forbidden technique and used it successfully? Step back. All these actions are useless now. It's already too late. After trying several times, the attacks of the others failed to shake the gathering of Lacey's forbidden technique. They all descended to the ground of the Yao clan. They knew that the situation had exceeded their ability to handle, and their hopes were now completely placed on this man. No matter how broken the realm of the Yao clan became, the dimensional prism showed no sign of cracking, which made Yao Wanyuan anxious. Let's trust him. At this point, there's nothing else we can do. Xun'er didn't say much. After comforting the others who were unsettled, she stood quietly on the ground, her face pale. Her heart was calm, for she trusted Xiao completely. Do you think he will succeed? Ling Zixi and Yao Yishuan, supporting Xun'er, quietly asked. He will. Xun'er barely managed to force out a somewhat friendly smile, but the activation of the reincarnation seal had already drained too much of her strength. Her body was now burdened with exhaustion. If it weren't for the Phoenix Nirvana pill secretly taken by Xiao after the fall of the ancient Shunxi, Xun'er's condition would have been even worse by now. What kind of dark magic is this? Why can I smell the supreme sacred aura of the sacred flame, as well as the foul and rancid demonic scent emanating from you? Can these two powers really be fused together? Lacey looked at the illusory energy sphere slowly merging from the two energies in front of Xiao. Seeing that the fusion was causing Xiao body and life force to rapidly deteriorate, he couldn't help but laugh. Using it to send you straight to hell is just perfect. Xiao sneered coldly, enduring unimaginable pain. His body was violently compressing its energy. His hands, now nothing but bones, clenched once more, directly merging the demonic power and sacred flame. The speed of fusion was so fast that the Baxia scale inside Xiao body automatically activated to protect him. Since that's the case, let this farce come to an end right here. Light, I am your devout believer. Please descend with divine light to forgive these ignorant mortals. Lacey's lips curled into a gentle smile, and immediately, a massive five-pointed star formation burst forth from his back. Chanting the sacred and supreme Buddhist mantra, he called upon the powers of divinity. Whoosh whoosh. With a sound, the dimensional prism trapping the Yao clan realm suddenly cracked open, and at that moment, the sun, which stood at the edge of the cosmic abyss, sent a golden flame streaking across the sky like a meteor, crashing down toward Lacey. Light forbidden technique, 10,000 radiant celestial wings. Once again chanting softly, for purple angelic wings merged behind Lacey and instantly surged forward. In the blink of an eye, a massive celestial wing, spanning the entire Yao clan realm, spread out. The celestial wing, formed from Lacey's 4 purple angel wings and infused with the power of light, now radiated with boundless glory, resembling a divine wing meant to judge the world's evil. Divine radiance surged forth. Buddha Shura reincarnation. Seeing the enormous celestial wing, the demon Xiao used all his strength and then roared loudly. A small, dark green cube appeared in front of Xiao, rotating slowly like a magic cube. Inside it, a power of annihilation was contained. It seemed that after the fusion of sacred flame and demonic power, all other forces had become insignificant. Let me show you what a true demon is. Buddha Shura reincarnation, Godslayer. Xiao body violently twitched. Then, using the last of his strength, he pushed the Buddha Shura reincarnation forward. 10,000 radiant celestial wings, purify all the evil in the world. Be obliterated beneath the divine might of light. Facing Xiao final attack, Lacey suddenly swung his hand. The enormous celestial wing, thousands of feet in size, waved, and countless purple feathers fluttered down like a storm. At that moment, the void shattered, and a storm of energy surged forth. Come! The demon Xiao saw this and his bloodline flared up, wild and uncontrollable. The demon blood surged within him, and the fusion body was thrown toward the massive celestial wing in the sky, like an evil magic cube. 2 forbidden techniques, at this moment, descended in full force. A time of chaos followed. The Buddha Shura reincarnation gave birth to countless strange blood-like streams, covering the entire sky, seemingly intending to flood the heavens and earth. Crack, crack. The blood-red flood wrapped the magic cube, slowly creeping toward the celestial wing. Before these powers could even fully manifest, the celestial wing began to sway. Countless purple feathers from the celestial wing fell, bringing with them endless divine radiance. They rushed toward the approaching Buddha Shura reincarnation magic cube. Wherever the radiant light from the sacred purple feathers touched, the blood-colored fluid on the magic cube rapidly dimmed, eventually vanishing, leaving only the perfect fusion of demonic power and sacred flame in the shape of a magic cube, heading straight for Lacey. Boom! The sound of the two forbidden techniques clashing was deafening, shaking the heavens and earth. Xiao Yan's Buddha Shura reincarnation was like a dark green balloon, the evil aura surging endlessly. Inside the cube, a divine aura once again burst forth. Meanwhile, the colossal 10,000 radiant celestial wings violently flapped. In the sky, it spun and, without hesitation, shot through the void, directly slashing down toward Xiao Yan with the speed of thunder. Sacred and supreme, incredibly domineering. Even a peak powerhouse at the second-tier reincarnation realm would easily be obliterated by the celestial wings. Above the sky, a terrifying energy surged, and black holes appeared one after another. The dreadful power ripped apart the entire void of the Pill realm, forcing countless powerful beings below to join forces to form a Do-Chi barrier in order to preserve their lives. Otherwise, the power of the two forbidden techniques would be enough to truly shake them to the core. Boom! With a thunderous roar, the giant wings of the heavens collided with the demonic cube of the Buddha Shura reincarnation, producing an indescribable explosion that spread across the sky. It was like the wrath of thunder, with countless shockwaves of energy spreading in all directions, reaching as far as 1,000 miles. The clash of the two forbidden techniques was enough to turn the Pill realm into a true wasteland. Demon, this time I win. The divine might of the angels is not for mere mortals like you to defy. Perish under the embrace of light. The giant wings of the heavens radiated endless brilliance, easily tearing apart the outer layer of the demonic cube. Cracks formed, signaling the impending defeat of the demon, Xiao Yan. When forbidden techniques clashed, as soon as there was a crack, the outcome was clear. Is it? Filthy Cardinal Lacey, open your eyes and see clearly. Bloom, Buddha Shura reincarnation? The demon Xiao Yan spoke lightly. As soon as the demonic cube, torn apart by the giant wings of the heavens, seemed on the verge of shattering, the outer layers of the cube exploded, revealing a perfectly round orb inside. The orb was small, like an eye, with a deep green and amber color, perfectly intertwined in a stunning display of beauty. Wong, wong, wong. Just as Xiao Yan's voice fell, the onlookers below suddenly had their eyes widen. A power beyond their comprehension emanated from the orb. A vicious soul shadow, entwined with both the demon and sacred flame, suddenly shot out from within the orb, followed by a soul-shaking roar. As the orb shattered, it swept toward them. At that moment, an endless abyssal black hole spread out from the center of the air. Before Lacey could react, the demon soul shadow reached out and pulled the giant wings of the heavens into the abyss. What is happening? The demon Xiao Yan was also stunned, unable to understand what he was witnessing. The fusion of his own creation had never had such power before. Even within Xiao Yan's body, a rare power began to awaken from the demonic blood within him. No. How is this possible? Get away. Looking at the endless abyss, Lacey felt an unprecedented terror from deep within, his skin tightening. He suddenly exerted force, trying to retract his forbidden technique's heavenly wings. Boom. At this moment, Xiao Yan's eyes were completely replaced by the demonic glow, and an evil aura emerged. Boom. Endless demonic power and sacred flame energy erupted, sending waves of earth-shattering power in every direction. The boundless light surrounding Lacey was completely suppressed at that moment. Your filthy soul does not deserve the name of a holy sea angel. Better enter my netherworld soon. The demon Xiao Yan, as though transformed into another being, stood upon the endless abyss, surrounded by boundless demonic power. He watched as the giant wings of the heavens were dragged into the abyss by the demonic soul shadow. Slowly, he spoke, his voice devoid of any warmth or fluctuation, yet those below could smell an ominous aura of death from head to toe. Lacey had been defeated. The giant wings of the heavens were pulled into the abyss, and his power was fully suppressed by the Buddha Shura reincarnation. His eyes were filled with confusion as he knelt in the sky. Now, he was no different from a true failure. Who are you? Get out of here. Or don't blame me for taking action. In an instant, Xun'er stepped forward, directly arriving above the endless abyss. A sharp murderous intent faced Xiao. From her knowledge of Xiao, whatever was inside him now was definitely not him. Oh, so you're still resisting. Not surprising though. After all, this guy is the last descendant of the Xiao clan. The family mark on the demon Xiaoyan's forehead emitted a burning wave, slowly burning Xiao, as if driving out some power from within him. In that case, Xun'er stopped wasting words, and the reincarnation seal between her brows activated once again. We will meet again, but I believe we will meet sooner or later. Creak. A strange sound emerged as the demon Xiao muttered something ominous. From behind him, a demonic soul shadow crawled out from the abyss. A demonic chain, engraved with endless chilling bloodthirsty power, shot toward Lacey's body, piercing through it. Until we meet again. The chain struck Lacey, instantly locking his body and soul, pulling him into the abyss. However, the aura that had just possessed Xiaoyan's body likely surpassed everything else in power. Cough, cough. As Lacey left, the demon-possessed Xiao coughed lightly a few times, and then immediately collapsed to the ground. At this moment, Xiao was clearly exhausted. His skin, covered in numerous horrific scars from the complete fusion of demonic power and sacred flame, reflected his rapidly fading life force, reaching the brink of exhaustion. We won. In the distance, Yao Shirgui and Xun'er managed to catch Xiao, standing together on the shoulder of the golden wheel titan giant. Unable to hold back, Xun'er began to cry. No, it's impossible. At that moment, Austin and Hope Air's pupils sharply contracted. Even they hadn't anticipated such an outcome. How could the mighty Lacey, Cardinal in red, be utterly defeated by Xiao? Furthermore, the aura emanating from Xiao at the end was certainly not from the Great Thousand Worlds. It was the power of the Netherworld. As for whether it was the Nether King, the Dark King, or some supreme being from the Netherworld, they could not ascertain. The Netherworld was a domain beyond the Great Thousand Worlds. Explosion. The two exchanged a glance, and as they watched the dimensional prism slowly shatter in the sky, their bodies transformed into countless milky white beams of light and erupted outward. Even if it meant dying, they had to ensure the Son of Light was sent away. This is bad. They're going to self-destruct. By the time the many strong warriors realized it, Hill had already self-detonated, while Austin, carrying the Son of Light, successfully fled the scene. But this moment likely set the stage for the real battle to come soon. Thus, the Yao clan grand ceremony came to an end, though it had been a close call. Boom! The disaster in the realm of the Yao clan ended, and countless people collapsed, unable to stay on their feet, exhausted from the ordeal. The Yao clan grand ceremony had been far too perilous. The heart-pounding relief made them feel a deep respect for Xiao, this young man. Everyone, please return. Now that the situation is so dire, the Holy See will certainly not let this go. 3 days from now, we will hold an Ancient Races conference to discuss our next steps. The sky above Doyun continent is about to change. Yao Wanyuan, with hands behind his back, gazed at the devastated Yao clan realm, feeling deeply reluctant to leave. The Yao clan was now in tatters, and restoring it would require vast resources. Although the power of the forbidden techniques had been greatly hindered by an unknown abyss, their residual strength was still present. Farewell. Many of the powerful warriors left, with only a few from the ancient races remaining behind. Even if their efforts were small, they knew they had to contribute their strength to this battle. How is Xiaoyan's condition? After a brief pause, Yao Yun, Yao Xin-yi, and the others gathered around, deeply concerned upon seeing Xiao unconscious. His injuries are severe. I must take him back to the Gu clan for seclusion immediately. I asked the seniors to help me construct a spatial portal. Xun'er, forcing herself to endure her internal weakness, spoke up. Yao Yun, Call for our Yao clan's Grand Elder. Also, investigate every member of our Yao clan. Anyone whose identity is unclear must be executed. Yao Wanyuan furrowed his brow, giving orders to everyone. Yao Shirgui, Miss Xun'er, please bring Xiao Yin with me. There is a sacred place within our Yao clan, and I believe it will be suitable for Xiao Yan's recovery. Additionally, we will give Xiao Yin one of the 2 remaining 8th grade sacred tier mystic pills in our Yao clan to aid his recovery. Whatever you need, just speak. Let's go. With that, the area began to bustle with urgent activity. We should leave as well. The peaceful times are likely over. One by one, the elders of the ancient races, accompanied by their disciples, began to depart. None of them had expected that this seemingly simple Yao clan grand ceremony would turn out to be so full of peril. Had Xiao Yin not acted, they would all have likely been wiped out by the Holy Sea. Even now, recalling the events sent a chill down their spines. Boom, boom, boom. The ancient race's geography was quite peculiar. Just as the demon Xiao Yin and Lacey's forbidden attack shattered the dimensional prism, countless rays of twilight and flames covered half the sky of Doyun continent, appearing almost demonic. This immediately caught the attention of many powerful forces. The Gu clan. Patriarch. The disturbance seems to be coming from the Yao clan's direction. Judging by the signs, it should be the Yao clan's realm? Several renowned elders of the Gu clan stood beside Gu Yuan, gazing at the distant, intense energy fluctuations. Not only that, but one of these auras is eerily similar to the Holy Sea's forces. However, such an extreme energy level is likely beyond the power of an 8-star Do Xian. Another aura, though, resembles Xiao Yan's from a few days ago, the one who saved our Gu clan from peril. Gu Yuan stood tall in the ancient city square, his endless gaze fixed on the Yao clan realm. Unable to restrain himself, he spoke. The senior members of the Gu clan nodded in understanding. It should be nearly certain. The Yao clan and the Holy Sea are in a state of constant animosity, and adding to that, Xiao Yin is the killer who recently slew the Holy Sea's patrolling angel on the Tianqing continent. This situation may be more complicated than we imagined. Summon the Grand Elders and head to the Yao realm. I will go first, you follow after. With an order from Gu Yuan, his body shattered the void as he surged toward the Yao realm. Meanwhile, in other places, such as with the Spirit Clan and other ancient clans, similar scenes unfolded as they summoned their own Grand Elders in preparation for the upcoming events. Almost all the forces on the Doyun continent had suffered under the Holy Sea's oppression, with the ancient 7 clans bearing the brunt of it. However, due to the might of the Holy Sea, no one dared to resist. Within the Holy Sea, the 3 cardinals in red possessed strength at the first, second, and third stages of the reincarnation realm. Even the so-called Pope, whose presence was elusive like a dragon's tail, had terrifying power. But it was the cardinals in red who were the main authority figures on the Doyun continent, which allowed for a tense but stable coexistence. This was merely their surface power. They had yet to factor in the immense strength granted by the wings of the angels, which made their might unprecedented and unmatched. On the Doyun continent, among the ancient clans, even the few Grand Elders with slightly weaker strength were only at the peak of the 8-star Do Xian realm, or at the very beginning of the reincarnation stage. For clans like the Gu clan and the Yao clan, which ranked high among the ancient races, the Grand Elder's strength barely reached the first stage of reincarnation or the halfway point to the second stage. This was the fundamental reason why no force on the Doyun continent dared to oppose the Holy Sea. Because the Holy Sea was simply too powerful. Their so-called faith and obsession meant that, once detected, their entire legacy could be wiped out. But now things were different. Xiao Yan's appearance was like a spark to the final straw of hope. They had long wanted to resist the Holy Sea, and now, using Xiao Yan as the catalyst, they were preparing to launch a full-scale attack. The Holy Sea, an external force, had suppressed them for 1,000 years. This had caused much resentment among the local inhabitants. Xiao Yan, big brother, you must not be in danger. You promised Xun'er that once things settle on the Do-Di continent, we will go back to see Xiao and the others. A real man must keep his word. In a quiet cave in the Yao clan's sacred land, The Golden Wheel Titan Giant was transformed into countless ancient, profound rocks, forming a mysterious array that enveloped Xiao, nourishing and protecting the last trace of his life force. Xiao's situation is very complex. He carries the power of the demon, yet it is fused with sacred flame. Normally, such an extreme force should have completely obliterated him. But he succeeded. He successfully created a battle skill of unprecedented power, one that rivals forbidden techniques. However, now his life force is almost exhausted. If it weren't for the mysterious flame sustaining his vitality, he would have perished by now. This flame is somewhat similar to the immortality found in the sacred flame list. It is rather unusual. But rest assured, this is the place where our Yao clan's ancestors gained enlightenment. With the power of the Golden Wheel Titan Giant to protect him, he will certainly be aided. Now, it all depends on him. Standing beside Yao Wanyuan, a vigorous middle-aged man with black hair carefully examined Xiao's condition and shook his head. He was Yao clan's grand elder, Yao Tianma. At the peak of the first stage of reincarnation, he was currently the highest-ranked Sacred Tier 8-star, heavenly alchemist in the Yao realm. Once a cultivator reaches the reincarnation stage, they are given a title of their own. Also, you, girl, later I will personally refine a pill to soothe your origins. You caused a violent disturbance in the reincarnation seal. There may be some lingering side effects. A moment later, Yao Tianma said gently, "Thank you, senior." Gu Yuan quickly nodded. Xun'er confirmed that Xiao was fine, and she noticed a special force within Xiao, akin to bamboo shoots growing after a spring rain, gently releasing. This reassured her. Let's wait and see. Our Yao clan will spare no effort in saving brother Xiao. Right now, he needs time. And we too need time. Send people to guard this place day and night, making it the highest forbidden area in our Yao realm. Any intruders will be dealt with according to our clan's rules. After Yao Tianma finished speaking, Xun'er left to find a place for closed-door cultivation, while Yao clan's senior members, together with Gu Yuan, headed towards the Yao clan's base, seemingly discussing matters for 3 days later. At this moment, the entire Doyun continent was becoming increasingly busy. The question now was whether they could use the power of the Doyun continent to expel the Holy See, or if they would be destroyed by the Holy See.